The trolls are always talking about shutting me down, putting me out of business. I'm going to do them a favor and tell them exactly how they could do it. The absolute easiest way to do it would be to get a whole bunch more people competing with this channel. And there is no easier way to get videos of black mob violence and black on white crime than go to the YouTube channels of the 30, 40, 50 biggest police departments in America. Even the smaller ones. Make it a top 100. Just make a little route. There's an enormous amount of video. There are an enormous number of videos there. Sometimes they'll get them from a gas station or a security camera, and the cops will post them. Say, if you see this guy, let us know. You could do 10 channels, 10 separate channels on Philadelphia alone. 10 separate channels, new channels on New Orleans. 10 channels on Washington, D.C. These are all places and Baltimore as well. These are all places where they're not that shy about posting videos of nasty, violent crime. These videos by themselves, aren't that significant, but together they really illustrate the enormous disparity between black people and white people in crime and violence in this country. A disparity that is the exact opposite of what we hear on TV every day, which is black people are relentless victims of relentless white racism all the time, everywhere. That explains everything, especially why those cops are always picking on black people for no reason whatsoever, when the opposite is true. So let's take a look at 2 of these videos from the Philly YouTube channel, and a third based on security cameras in New Jersey, just across the river from Philadelphia. This is a weird story out of Philadelphia. It just happened, 2 of them. Black guys walking around at 5:30, 5:45 in the morning, attacks 2 white people 10, 15 minutes apart with a knife. Another weird story out of West Philadelphia. A bunch of people get on an elevator. The old dude, I can't tell if he's white or black, old dude tries to get off. Black dude does not let him off. Not without a struggle, not without a robbery, not without an assault. Again, pulled right off of the pages of the Philadelphia Police Department YouTube page.
Tim, I can tell you we actually have 3 pieces of surveillance video from all 3 crimes, and police tonight tell me this black male suspect is much taller than 6'2". He wears the same sweatshirt, the same hoodie, the same sneakers, and has sunken cheekbones. And we just found out today at least one of the victims assaulted quit his job. He's no longer willing to risk his safety for the income.
It's normally when they're closing up for the night.
Police in Burlington City and Burlington Township consider him bold and violent, a serial robber who they fear will strike again.
He'll walk up behind them, usually try to engage them in some sort of conversation to distract them from what's actually going on.
At night, when we close, he stays by himself, pumping gas.
No good.
No good.
Carlos Medina says the clerk beaten inside the U.S. Gas December 5th is his friend. It was all caught on video when the suspect throws the first punch at the door, then drags the victim from behind to the floor. With his knee in his chest, he throws a second punch.
I know he got injured in the head and a broken nose.
With all 3 crimes, he has robbed the clerks and registers of nearly $2,000.
We've had 3 now, and they're actually getting more violent this time. He's starting to become more physical with the attendants, and the last one actually sustained some facial injuries as a result.
It's the same motive at Fuel Express. The clerk was alone.
He'll pull up his shirt to conceal the rest of his face.
At the Burlington Township Speedy Mart, the assault happens out of camera sight. The suspect wore these sneakers in all of the assaults. He took the money and ran.
The most common excuse for these kinds of videos that we hear all the time here is that white people do it too. They just don't get arrested, or they get away with it, or the cops don't arrest them, or it's white privilege. Okay, you got it. But you know one thing I never hear, which really we should hear even more of if we're living in that world where racial discrimination inevitably causes crime. What about Asian people? You ever see Asian people doing this stuff? I mean, we have a lot of Asian people in this country just off the boat, can't speak the language. It's funny how long it takes them to get a job, to start a business. Not very. This is Colin Flaherty reminding you, if you're in Philadelphia, if you're doing something other than looking at the YouTube pages of the Philadelphia Police Department, but just use those pages to remind you of something that I tell you all the time. Don't make the black kids angry.